asked over 100 Christian mums what their top 3 favorite homeschool programs were, and the responses were incredible. If you've ever stared at a dozen curriculum tabs at midnight and wondered if you're screwing this all up, same. That's what sent me down this rabbit hole. Because what I really wanted to know is what's working for Christian homeschool mums right now. Not the flashiest, not the trendiest, just the most loved, the most used, and the most talked about Christian homeschool curricula from everyday mums in the trenches, just like you and me. So we're answering all those questions today. And just to exceed expectations a little bit, I didn't just scroll Facebook for 5 minutes. I read hundreds of comments, tallied votes, checked curriculum websites, and pulled together the ultimate cheat sheet for real homeschool mums just like you. Oh, and I made a free PDF snapshot of these top 10 picks with prices and comparisons, and trust me, you're going to want this. It'll save you hours of Googling and second guessing. So go grab it from the description now before you forget. Now, you've probably seen this one all over Instagram, and for good reason. MasterBooks is gentle, Christian, and very open and go. One mum said her son actually wants to start homeschooling in the morning because it's just reading and learning from stories, not dry, boring textbooks. It's Charlotte Mason inspired, very affordable, around $156 for 4 core subjects. How cheap is that? And super independent. Kids can do much of it on their own, making your life easier. So if you want your kids to actually enjoy school and do it without needing your help every 5 minutes, MasterBooks might be your answer. I've linked it down below for you to check out. But maybe you're after something with more books in your homeschool package. Lots of books. Well, enter Sonlight, an absolute Christian homeschool favorite. Sonlight takes the reading game to the next level. It's full offline, literature-based homeschooling. You'll build an amazing home library and your kids will learn through powerful living books. That said, it's not for the faint heart. If your kids hate reading, it may feel like pulling teeth. But if you've got a bookworm, this curriculum really will feel like a dream. Now, in terms of cost, you're looking at about $860 to $1,000 for a full package. Definitely an investment, but one that builds a beautiful home library you'll use for years. Also, heads up, before you buy, you should know Sonlight's position on creation versus evolution. It's not super clear-cut, which some families are totally fine with, but others find it a bit and wishy-washy. Just something to keep in mind while you're deciding. But maybe you're craving less textbook and more tree bark, more tea time and less prep. You know, nature walks and character building. In short, Charlotte Mason vibes incoming. If you love Charlotte Mason but want something a little bit more structured, Heart of Dakota nails that balance. There's nature study, gospel integration, and solid critical thinking built into their daily plans. One of my gorgeous mum friends said it's the perfect middle ground, not too hard, not too easy. And I feel like I'm really discipling my kids. And depending on what package you buy, you're looking at around $200 to $700. So yeah, budget accordingly. But it really is worth every penny if you want something gospel rich, Charlotte Mason-y, and nature infused. I love the idea of Charlotte Mason. I do. But let's be real, when one kid is licking Play-Doh and the baby is chewing on a hymn book, I just personally don't have the bandwidth to observe bugs on leaves for 10 minutes and then sketch them with a cold pencil for 20 minutes. Okay, Charlotte Mason mums, don't come for me. I love you, really. But that's why sometimes I just want something a little bit more straightforward. And that, my friend, is why so many Christian mums gravitate toward Christian light education. Traditional, rigorous, and super affordable. CLE uses small booklets that feel less overwhelming for kids and help them work independently. One mum told me her daughter finally felt confident in math because she could finish a booklet and say, I did it! And bonus, this one won't break the bank. You're looking at around $420 to $650 for a full year of screen-free solid bookletting, depending on how many extras you want to throw in. It's budget friendly without feeling bargain binish. And by the way, if this whole topic has your brain doing cartwheels, or if you're second guessing every curriculum decision ever, I've made something just for you. It's called the Homeschool Parenting Program. Think of it as your homeschool GPS. It helps you find your way, skip the detours, and actually enjoy the homeschooling ride. It's everything I wish I had when I started, and it's already helped loads of families ditch the overwhelm and homeschool with confidence. If you love my videos, you're also going to have a ton of fun doing enjoying it and learn about homeschooling to boot. Check it out in the description box below. At this point in the video, you might be wondering, well, Rebecca, what do you actually use personally? I'm glad you asked, because I've got some strong convictions and zero shame about my homeschool crush. Okay, I use this one and I love it. Like if BJU Press were a person, I'd probably send it a thank you card and a muffin basket. This curriculum gives my kids everything they need with zero prep from me. They log on to the video platform, follow their teacher, and they're off. Even my 5-year-old can do most of it herself, which is saying something because some days she can't even find her own socks. The video lessons are colourful, fun, and full of actual gospel teaching, not watered down, not vague. BJU Press is academically solid, so I know my kids are being challenged, not coddled. I also teach my kids how to pace themselves, skip what's redundant, focus on what matters, and do it all with excellence. That way, they get an incredible education without burning out or without me losing my mind. Because you know, I'm a busy mom with a baby. I need something that's open and go to the max. Like log in, press play, sip your coffee while your kids are actually learning. This one does that. No press, no stress. For this one, you're looking at about $1,099 for a full grade package with books. So yes, this one is quite the investment, but what you're getting is a curriculum that's basically your co-teacher. It's a cheerleader, and yes, it's practically a babysitter all rolled into one. It's worth every cent. If BJU Press sounds like a good fit for you, then check out the link in the description box below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more homeschool tips. Now next is a Becca. This one is known for being quite traditional and rigorous. If you want a challenge, this is it. Compared to BJU, the teaching is more classroom style, like your child is watching a teacher in a real classroom. Some mums love how thorough it is, but others, let's just say, they were blindsided by the sheer volume of worksheets. In fact, it made both my most loved and most hated lists. Yep, the same curriculum. It's that academically intense. You can look at that video here if you want to take a closer look. But for this curriculum, you're looking at about $1,349 for a full year with video lessons and books. So it's definitely on the premium end of homeschooling curriculum. But for some families, that level of structure and thoroughness is exactly what they're after. Okay, curriculum connoisseurs, hold on to your planners, because I've totally broken the rules and slipped in a subject-specific curriculum. But hear me out, because so many of these moms listed it as their favorite. I couldn't leave it out. Plus, I love it myself. I know it's mainly a history curriculum, but so many moms listed Not Grass as their favorite history curriculum, and I just had to include it. This one's open and go, affordable, and designed to work across multiple ages. So you're not buying a whole new history program every year. Parents love that they can learn alongside their kids without feeling like they're back in high school. And the visuals, gorgeous. It blends Bible, history, and language arts into one beautiful, cohesive, story-driven experience that makes even reluctant learners pay attention. But more importantly, it centers on the gospel, which I love. And I think that's the most important thing when choosing Christian curricula. Does it clearly share the good news? As John 3:16 clearly reminds us, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. A curriculum that keeps that message front and center is worth considering. I'll leave this one linked below, and also the PDF so you can check out a little bit more about it. Now the next one is controversial. Some mums love it and others, well, not so much. Classical Conversations is based on the classical method. Young kids memorize a ton of facts and older kids dive deep into reasoning and debate. It's all about trying to form a good man who speaks well. If you like structure, memory work, and the idea of sharpening your child's thinking with logic and rhetoric, all inside a tight-knit community, this might be your thing. Kids recite, chant, and debate their way through the trivium, and mums get accountability with weekly homeschool meetups. So it is kind of social. Just be ready, because there is a lot of memorization in the primary years, which again, if you were not expecting, you're not gonna like it. Now for this package, you're looking at anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per child per year. This includes the materials and also the teaching fee. You're going to be paying somebody who knows about classical education to teach your kids. I personally think CC shines a little bit more in your sort of later middle and high school year. Now let's look at the next one, which is a little bit like The Good and the Beautiful, but it's actually Christian. And that is Gather Round. This is the artistic, unit study loving mom's dream. All your kids learn together, then break off and do age appropriate work. It's like the family style dinner of homeschooling. Everyone's at the table, but with their own plate. This one gives homeschool mums permission to let go of rigid schedules and lean into real conversations and rabbit trails. It's flexible, beautifully designed and rooted in a strong Christian worldview. But be warned, it's less structured than traditional programs. It may feel a little loosey-goosey if you were expecting checklists and pacing guides. Another curriculum that is a favorite among Christian homeschool parents is Apologia. It's been the long go-to for Christian homeschoolers for their science curriculum in particular. There's good reason for that. It's deep, it's theologically rich, and it actually makes kids think instead of just memorizing facts for a quiz. But science is just the beginning. These days they also offer full programs in subjects like math and Bible, all with a strong Christian worldview. It's mastery based and self-paced, which means your kid can move through lessons at the right speed for them. The video lessons are engaging and professionally done, not your average boring online class. And if you want to go all in, Apologia also offers live lessons for even more structure and interaction. Expect to pay a few $100s for online resources and closer to $500 plus if you add in the video components, and even more for the live lessons. I'll link it down below in the free PDF so you can compare everything I've talked about today. But these aren't the only programs mums are talking about. In fact, some of the curricula on my list today made my most controversial list. So if you want to see what to avoid and what might surprise you, watch this next video where I compare popular Christian homeschool curricula, the best and the worst. And if you still feel like your head's spinning, grab that PDF in the description box below. It's a lifesaver.